what it takes.
How's it going, YouTube? My name is Rewind the Gamer. This is part 10 of FPL. And to jump right into the team, Tim Krul and Seamus Coleman both got 2 points. Johnson only got 1 point, and here Krishanli got 8. In the midfield, Kabai got 15. Both Hazard and Lallana got 2 points, and David Silva got 5 points. And up at the attack, Suarez, my captain, earned 10 points for my team. Aguero got 10 points on his own without being my captain, and Rodriguez got 8 points. Obviously, I didn't make the best choice with captaincy, but I think next week I should hopefully sort that out. And I didn't even talk about the bench. Jaskalainen didn't play again. Mariappa, I asked for 2 clean sheets in the last video, and technically I got 2 clean sheets, but unfortunately one of them was on the bench here with Mariappa, who would have got me 7 points had I played him. Dawson, 2 points, and Bannon did not play as well. So yeah, I'm very satisfied with how my attack did. Of course, I would have preferred to captain somebody else, but still 65 total points and going up in almost all of my leagues is still a really nice sight to see. Average was 45, highest was 112, and I only used 1 transfer. But next week, or actually for next game week, I use my wild card, and you get to see who I brought in very shortly. But yeah, very few clean sheets this game week, only 3: Norwich, Crystal Palace, and Arsenal. And yeah, like I said, unfortunately I had Mariappa on the bench, and I'm going to be playing him next week, and so hopefully they can continue keeping clean sheets for me. And I also brought in Speroni. So I'm talking about my transfers, so let's just see who I brought in. So this is what the team is looking like. I got rid of both of my goalkeepers. So Tim Krul and Jaskalainen are both out for Baruch. I don't know how that's said. I don't think it's just Baruch, because that sounds terrible. And Speroni, yeah, both of those really helped bring those in, because one, Jaskalainen wasn't even playing, and Southampton's goalkeeper's price dropped quite a bit when he was out for, was it a broken hand or something? So yeah, I brought him into the team as well as Speroni. They're both cheap, and I was able to afford some other players in here because of that. So gonna start Speroni, home to Hull, and I also have Mariappa here, so hopefully they can keep a clean sheet against Hull. I think they're definitely capable of doing so, so I think my odds are looking pretty good in that regard, but I always say something like this, and then they don't end up keeping a clean sheet, so I'll knock on wood after I end this commentary. I also brought in Vlar for Aston Villa. They seem to be playing a lot better football recently than sort of, after the Arsenal game at the very beginning of the season. They went on a huge downfall and just weren't playing very well. And of course, Benteke has been iffy, but recently he's been scoring again. And I just think Aston Villa seem to be playing a lot better. So I brought in Vlar, home to West Brom. Again, hopefully a clean sheet. Next, I also brought in Ivanovic. Sounds about how you would probably say it. Again, another player who was out injured, and now that he's coming back, his price dropped quite a bit from where he started, and I was able to afford him, which is really nice to see. And he seems to be one of the most nailed-on defenders for Chelsea. I'm kind of cursed with like Chelsea, City, and Man U defenders, but I think this is a good choice bringing in Ivanovic. I didn't want to bring in Cahill or John Terry. I couldn't even afford John Terry. But yeah, I didn't really want to bring in like Cahill or Azpilicueta, just because that left back position is still kind of up in the air. Even though I'm pretty sure Azpilicueta has that nailed on, it's still kind of iffy. So Ivanovic, definitely the number 1 right back, and should be who plays there for the rest of the season unless something happens to him, which hopefully nothing does. And in the midfield, the changes that I made, I brought in Christian Eriksen and Santi Cazorla, and I sold David Silva as well as Barry Bannon. So Eriksen, he's been on a great run of form and just has been one of the main men for Tottenham, and his price is going up, so hopefully I can also make some money off of him if he continues to do well. The reason of getting rid of David Silva was just because for the money he wasn't really doing too much, and he also gets subbed out a lot. And I just, looking at some of Man City's upcoming fixtures, I just didn't really feel it for Silva. I could be completely wrong because I swapped him out for Santi Cazorla, and what I just said for David Silva is kind of true for Santi Cazorla. For the money, he hasn't really done too much. Just 2 standout weeks, a couple of 5 points here and there. But if you're gonna pay 9.5 million, you should kind of look for somebody a bit more consistent. With all of the midfielders that Arsenal have at their disposal, Cazorla's still not entirely nailed on. You see 2 weeks without playing, and then earlier on in the season he didn't play. So when Ramsey comes back too, they're gonna have even more players to choose from. So this is kind of a gamble, but I really only went for him because I need some sort of Arsenal coverage. He and Koscielny are the only 2 that I have, and I needed some sort of attacking Arsenal player, and I didn't want Giroud. So hopefully Santi Cazorla can continue to play and kind of get back to where he was last season, because he had a pretty good season last season. But just kind of average and not too good for this season. Still got Kabay, still got Hazard, and still got Lallana as well. And then up at the attack, no changes. Aguero, Rodriguez, and Suarez. Those 3 should last me for quite a while. I don't think I'll need to transfer anybody out up here, unless the only thing that I could see myself doing is if Rodriguez ever stops performing well. He has been doing pretty consistently, even though he's so cheap. You see 7, 11, 9, 6, 7, 8, 16, and 8. I mean, that's better than Cazorla. But then again, he is a forward, so that's just a little bit about him. If you need a cheap option for a forward, I 100% recommend this guy. But what I could see myself doing is if somebody here stops performing well, or if it's Rodriguez and I want to upgrade to somebody a bit better, who's more expensive, I could easily sell one of these midfielders if they stop performing well as well. So I think I got this set up pretty well. I keep repeating words, so I'm gonna try to stop. But here, Seamus Coleman picked up a hamstring injury at about the 78th minutes of the West Brom game. So if more information comes out about how that is and how that injury is looking, I could my wild card is still active, so I could swap him out for somebody else. I would probably just go for another Everton defender like Distin or Jagielka. But yes, I'm really liking how this is looking, and I'm glad I waited until now to use my wild card. Then again, I could be speaking too soon on that because somebody amazing could come in later on in January. You know what I mean, transfer-wise. So I think I have a pretty good setup for quite a while, especially if teams like Crystal Palace and Aston Villa keep up their run of form. I could definitely see this team being good for me. Still, the only thing that I'm concerned about is Cazorla not performing, and I mean, this, like I said, this kind of shows it that he hasn't been doing too well this season. So yeah, I'm pretty sure this is all I wanted to say. Here's my team value. 110 is how much I have invested into the squad, and then I have an extra 0.5 million in the bank, or I guess just in the bank. Something that I was considering was bringing in a United defender, but they just haven't been doing too well. I still think Cardiff could score on United pretty easily. Maybe not easily, but I still think that it's possible. So yeah, that's why I didn't want to bring any United defenders in. I don't have any United players at all, Manchester United players. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, Chelsea looking like a pretty good team. That was the dumbest sentence I've ever said in my life. Chelsea seemed like a pretty good team, don't you know? But anyway, I'm gonna spare you this awful commentary, and I'll let you guys go about your day. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.